Columbia, South Carolina. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being there. With just 3 weeks left until agreement must be reached before the nation's economy starts to fall off the cliff, do you think Republicans are finally coming to terms with the fact that they did indeed lose the election and they've lost the argument over protecting tax cuts for just the top 2%?
I think so. I think that all of us know that in this business of politics, you tend to try to find some way to save face on some issues, what I like to call a graceful exit. And I think that's what they're looking for now. And I would hope that the president will accommodate them, because all of this is about trying to find common ground, trying to reach a compromise on these issues. After all, that's what politics is all about.
But Congressman, when you say that you're hoping the president will accommodate them, what do you have in mind?
Yes. What I have in mind is that the president will allow some face-saving device put in place. That doesn't mean that he is to capitulate to what the Republicans would like to see. Nobody wants anybody to be insulted. Look, this is the Christmas season, and let us all be joyful, and let's exchange gifts, and let's go away from all of this back to our respective homes and enjoy the holidays. And I think we can do that in a way that everybody will feel that they got something out of the deal. The president just said on the clip that you've got that he's looking to compromise a little bit. And I think that he's made that clear throughout the entire time that he's been in office.
Certainly he has made it clear. The sound coming from Republicans, though, has not been so clear. And the head of the IMF, Christine Lagarde, has issued dire warnings of what will happen to the global economy if agreement is not reached before the end of the year. Sir, do you think lawmakers are taking those warnings seriously? Does Speaker Boehner hear what the head of the IMF is saying?
Yes, I think the Speaker is taking it seriously, and I think a lot of Republicans are taking it seriously. But I do think that there are some Republicans that are very loud and seem to have oversized weight within the Republican Party. They don't understand any of this. They didn't come to Washington to do anything for the American people. They came on an ideological binge, and they are staying on that. They are not going to come off of it. So I think that Speaker Boehner is going to have to cobble up 130 Republican votes, knowing full well that about 45 or 50 of them he's never going to get. And we on the other side of the aisle are perfectly willing to come up with 125 or 130 votes on this issue. Let's just meet halfway and get this done. That would give you 260 votes. You don't need but 218 for it to pass. But if you think you're going to do something and get your 218 just from the Republicans, then that's not the way to do it. And I think that that's what the problem is here. Speaker Boehner is being threatened with that 218 votes from the Republicans, or he is subject to lose 125, 130 of them when he's trying to get reelected to his speakership.
Do you think he can fight that rebellion off, sir? Because there are a number of people who are saying that they would rather replace him as Speaker amongst Republicans if he's prepared to compromise with the president.
Well, remember, we're talking about the 112th Congress, not the 113th Congress. Now, the fact of the matter is, after January 3rd, a new Congress will be sworn in. 201 of them will be Democrats, 234 will be Republicans. And so if you look at the 234, my math is not that good, but 117 of them, that will be 50% of the Republicans. So I think if Speaker Boehner can keep 125, 130, 130 is the number that I've been using, 130, 40, or 50 of them on board, he'll be fine. But I think that he can do that. I really don't believe that he has to have entire 218 votes coming from Republicans to do this. In fact, it's much better for the country and it's much better for Wall Street if this is a significant bipartisan vote getting equal numbers from both sides of the aisle.
Congressman James Clyburn, whose mathematics is excellent. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Well, thank you so much for having me.